Another video.
As they prepare to defend their home court here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland.
NBA.
It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This road trip for the Celtics kicking things off here in this one. Rithy's checked in for Thompson. Wright comes in for James, and Flash is subbed in for J.R. Smith. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Arthur's checked in. Johnson comes in for Taj Gibson. Mickey's checked in for Jay Crowder, and Smart subbed in for Thomas. On the floor for Boston, we've got Johnson. Smart is out there with Mickey, and it's Arthur in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Passes it to Kilpatrick.
Hello.
There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Cavaliers currently rank in the NBA. First in fewest turnovers per game. First in opponent offense. And they're ranked third in field goal shooting. This team has a lot of weapons, and guys are not afraid to share the ball to get good shots.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
He was on my team before. He quit. He's trying to get back in the team, but I don't think we have space. Let me invite him, guys. Wasn't enough for it. Mine's uploading right now. That's on.
Shooting two.
Let's go. They already installed me. MLB. Maybe I might be playing MLB this show. 18.
The free throw drops for Arthur. Channing Fries checked in for Kevin Love.
Caleb. Send me a message if you can hear me. Send me, okay. If you can hear me.
And both free throws good from Arthur.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Let's go to Doris Burke, who moments ago caught up with head coach Larry Drew. And what's the news down there, Doris?
He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that... Irving will be their focus defensively.
Thank you, Doris.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Johnson the screen.
You're in YouTube, by the way?
They set the pick.
I'm sorry. You're in YouTube. Just say hi, YouTube, on text.
Fires from deep. Boston again missing.
I'm actually broadcasting.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that 3-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy
Oh, damn, he got
miracle.
miracle.
The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. And Cleveland making a change here. Rozier's checked in. And so here's Cleveland. They lead by 11. Cleveland moving the ball around. Pass to Flash. 30 seconds left in the first. Here's Kilpatrick. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
I knew it was just like 2015.
15 seconds left to play here in the first. Smart wide open. He fires. Traps in the tray. Smart's got it back down to within single digits for the Celtics.
I'm going to try to go for a buzzer.
Here's Flash. The tray. And the release was before the buzzer. But it's off target. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead. Leading by 8. Let's take a quick break now. And then it's on to the second quarter after this. And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fans.
It doesn't really care about view my mic. You can
almost
have
like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know if you've been to a soccer game overseas, but they're just always cheering, rowdy, jumping up and down, waving towels. It's just a great atmosphere, you know, and it's inspirational just to watch the support we have, and it's something that you want to play for the country.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk.
And the Cavaliers with some changes.
Tell me
Flash
who got
comes
the
in
mic.
for J.R. Smith. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Rozier. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Irving is out there with Flash. And it's Thompson in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. James, the pass to Flash. To the middle. Kicks it out to Love. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Flash. Offline with his 3.
You don't have
Boston trailing.
Or anything?
Stripped away. And you're in the NBA. Time becomes your most precious resource. And apart from what I hear, Freak has been making the most of it by getting an extra look when he can.
Well, it's not always easy to find time to do all the things you want as an NBA player, but it's nice to hear. Really encouraging to hear that Freak values honing his skills as much as anything else.
Get headphones and I'll tell you where to put them.
When you're an NBA player. And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And poor shot selection there, not a high percentage look for him. Thomas against Irving. Double team on Thomas. Here's Kilpatrick, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And Irving.
Oh, you're on Fortnite? Okay.